Okay, so here's your standard form equation. AX plus BY is equal to C. A is a number, B is a number, and C is a number. Oh, I guess I could have wrote it there. Wow, I need more coffee, don't you think? All right, you can rewrite it or not. I'll just rewrite it. The big thing about this is that you have to solve it for y. That means you get y by itself. Solve for y equals. So what you're trying to turn it into is this, slope-intercept. Okay? So that's one way you can do those and then graph them. And you know how to graph those. I am still going to show you how to graph using the x and y intercept. I'm going to be honest with you. If you get a fraction for part of your intercept, you probably don't want to use that. You probably want to go back and redo this. So when you look at things, if you're like, that's not going to divide out to be a whole number, you probably don't want to do it. Okay? So what we mean by the x and y intercept method is that the x-intercept is some x value and a 0 for the y. And the y-intercept is a 0 for your x and a y value here. So we're talking about these. And then you can graph those very easily. You can see these over here on your paper. Like you can see the x and y intercept. You need the 2 points, you draw the line, and you're good, right? You could do that for both equations. The only problem with that is if you run into a fraction, if you run into a fraction, that would not be good. Okay? So I'm going to do this one using x and y intercepts. Because, let me ask you a question. I'm going to cover up the 10x with my finger. Is 20 divisible by -4? And you get a whole number.
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm going to cover up the 4y. Is 20 divisible by 10? Okay. This one would be a great one to use my x and y intercepts. So, I'm going to rewrite it twice. I'm going to do 10x minus 4 times 0 equals 20. So this time the y is a 0. I'm going to rewrite it again. 10 times 0. This time I'm going to put the 0 there for x. Minus 4y is equal to 20. I'm showing you this again because when we had this unit originally, I think as some of you still were a little confused at the end of the day. I'm showing it to you again. I think it is an amazing method and I do use it a lot myself. Well, anything times 0 is 0. So really that just goes away and I am left with 10x is equal to 20. And then when I divide by 10, I get a 2. So this ordered pair right here is 2, 0. And I can graph that. This is my x-axis. I can put 2, 0 right over there. Now this is going to be the y-axis. 10 times 0 is 0. It's gone away. So negative 4y is equal to 20. Divide by a negative 4. Please don't leave the negatives off. Some of you forget that. You know what to do. You just leave the negative sign off. And then you would get a negative 5. So this ordered pair would be 0, negative 5. And that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Way down here on the y-axis. And then once you have that, you just graph the 2 points and draw the line. And there you go. So you can use the intercepts, but just double check that you're going to get whole numbers. You're looking for whole numbers. If you're not going to get a whole number, then change it into slope-intercept. It'll be a whole lot easier for you. Okay, let's go to the next page. All right, these are not numbered, so let's just call the top two 1 and 2 for reference. And then the bottom ones are going to be 3 and 4. And let's pick out 2 of them. Let's just pick 2. I vote for 1 and 4, but I'm open to ideas if you want me to do something different. Is everybody okay with 1 and 4? All right, so on page 4 of the packet, I'm going to do number 1 and number 4. Now this time, let's see. Is 2 divisible by 1? Is 2 divisible by -1? Okay. Now come over here. I want you to see this. This is my 4. Is it divisible by 5 and get a whole number? No. So in this one, I would use slope-intercept because you won't get a whole number on this one over here. All right, so let's just move our x to the other side. So negative y equals negative x plus 2. So all I did was move my x to the other side of the equation. And it became negative over there. Now I know that I have to graph 0, 2, and my slope, that -1, it's over 1, so I'm going down 1 and over 1. So that line is easy. This one over here, again, I'm going to move my 5x over. So y is equal to negative 5x plus 4. Oh, that's easy too. 0, 4. And then the -5 is also over a 1, and so I'm going to go down 5 and over 1. Now that I know what I'm doing, I'm going to go put that on my graph. So here is 0, 2. The y-axis is here, and here is 2 on the y-axis, right there. And down 1 over 1 is just this singularly diagonal line, just like that. Okay? So I'm going to draw that line. All right? And then this one, 0, 4. That's going to be up here, right? And then I'm going to go down 5 and over 1. So this is my 0, 4, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over, huh? Oh, I marked the 4 where the 5 is. Good call, thank you. Ignore that one. Put it here. Oh, that happens all the time. Okay, so that's a really common error, is that you put your y-intercept in the wrong spot. So that's a 4. Good call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1. So here, we're going to ignore that one. So we have this point and that point. Okay? And then, that doesn't look right. Did I grab? Oh, you know what I didn't do? No wonder it doesn't look right. Do you guys see this -1 sitting in front of the y? Y'all see that up there? I forgot to divide that out. Oh, we didn't catch that one. All right, this one has to change. I'm going to have to divide all of these by -1. So we actually end up with y is equal to -1 divided by 1 is 1x positive. 2 divided by -1 is a -2. Oh yeah, that'll be better. All right, so this line right here is fine. This one. Okay, it's this one. If you wrote in pen like I did, just kind of zigzag through it. And if you wrote in pencil, go ahead and erase it. So this line doesn't work. All right, here we go. 0, -2 is down here. That's probably a way bigger dot than you needed to see. And then up 1 over 1. Now I get a nice intersection. There we go. Okay, so now, see right here where they intersect? Right here, this dot. That dot right there is a 1, -1. So that is my solution. This one right here. Okay, I'll do better at, there we go. Now it won't be confusing. All right, that's number 1. Now I'm going to go to number 4. I'll be careful this time. Because that right there, see that -3? I'll be careful. Make sure I do that -3. All right, so this one would give me whole numbers, but -6 divided by 5, that also doesn't give me a whole number. So I'm going to go ahead and do the y equals mx plus b. So subtract your x from here and here. You get 3y is equal to -1x minus 12. Then I'm going to divide by 3, and it is indeed positive. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so I have y equals. This is a -1/3. I'm just going to leave it as a fraction because that's my slope. And -12/3 is -4. All right, the next one, I am going to subtract my 5x. So I get -3y is equal to -5x minus 6. And I'm going to divide by -3. I'm not going to leave that negative out. So I get y is equal to a positive 5/3, because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. And then -6 divided by -3, that's a positive 2. All right, before I graph, everybody agree with my answer? Do I have any minor errors I need to fix, or is that good? Okay, so let's do this one here. This is 0, -4. I'm going to be going down 1 and over 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0, -4 is down below. And then I'm going to go down 1 and over 3. So there's a dot there. I can go backwards. I can go up 1 and backwards 3. And I'm going to draw that line. Okay, so that's the one on the left. The one on the right, 0, 2, well, that's up here. And this is a 5/3. That means up 5 and over 3. Well, I can't go up 5, 1, 2, 3. I can't go up 5 and over 3. I mean, it'd be kind of about right there off the graph. But could I go backwards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3 backwards. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, and then this one, that's my solution. So the ordered pair is -3, -3. Thank you. Okay. Does anybody need me to work any more of those? Are you okay with those? Isn't it nice how we're kind of recycling stuff we've already learned? Like, okay. Let's just go ahead and do these. Well, does anybody want me to do one of these up here? Okay. So let's just go ahead and do these. This is important. It's really important that you check your work, and I cannot stress it enough. All right, so plug the given point into both equations, and that is the key. It has to go into both equations. If you get some number is equal to itself, then it is a solution. Right, so we're going to check to see if 8, 3 is a solution. So x is 8, minus 4 times 3 equals negative 4. So I plug everything in. And I'm going to plug it in over here too. 5 times 8 minus 4 times 3 equals 12. So I have everything plugged in. So this is 8 minus 12 is equal to negative 4. So what is 8 take away 12? It is negative 4, right? So it works for that equation. And I cannot stop there. I actually have to go over here. So 5 times 8 is 40. And then I'm going to subtract 12 and equals 12. Well, what's 40 minus 12? It's 28. Does 28 equal 12? No, so you would write an equal with a slash through it. Okay, so then you would write not solution or not a solution. Okay, so 8 comma 3 is not a solution, and this is what it would look like. There might be questions where we ask you to do this specifically. All right, now we're going to check to see if negative 1, 4 is a solution. So negative 1 goes here, plus 4 is equal to 3. 8 times negative 1 plus the 4 is equal to negative 4. Well, 4 take away 1, that is 3. And over here, negative 8 plus 4 equals negative 4. Well, negative 8 plus 4 is indeed negative 4. So I have a number equals itself for both equations, so it is a solution. Okay? How's that? Is that good? All right. So yesterday you had an assignment where you had to graph them and give me a solution. There's about 16 of you as of this morning that have not turned it in, so make sure that gets turned in. Let's take a real quick peek at this, and then I'm going to let you work. You should have plenty of time to get this entire assignment done, and I will print the answer key so you can check your own work. Okay? I'm going to print the answer key so you can check your own work. First of all, right here, this is just like page 5 in your notes. We just did it. So you'll need to check and see, is this point an answer to this system? This is the system right here. Okay? So if it works for both of them, the answer is yes. You're going to do that. And then here, you've got 2 on the front, and you've got 3 on the back. Okay? I would encourage you to, if you like this method where you just change it to slope-intercept and you're done, great, you can do that every time. If you want to use the intercepts, just make sure that they're going to become whole numbers before you try and use that method, because graphing the intercepts when they are fractional numbers is a lot harder. Okay, so this is going to be like page 4. Okay, so the front and the back will be like page 4 in your notes. So that's all I have for today's lesson, and it's time for you to work.